This question was sent to us privately, but I feel like it is a great question. So I want to publicize it anonymously, of course. As a woman, how to let a guy know that you're interested without probably being too forward. I think we mostly agree as women that it's not usually preferable to make the first move. I know there are some cases where that is okay and where that works out, and there are some men who prefer that or who like that, not necessarily prefer it, but who like it and will receive it well. But I feel like by and large, it's more a thing where women ought to sort of drop their proverbial handkerchief, and the man should, pick up what the woman's putting down and make a move, and he should assert himself. So how do we sort of do that dance, if you will? Dropping the handkerchief, for those who don't understand like the symbolism of that, at least to my knowledge, or I think the meaning is about like back in the day, a lady would intentionally drop her handkerchief in front of a guy that she likes, and he would, have to, if he was a gentleman anyway, he would bend down to pick it up and give it back to her. And that would be sort of an introduction to the lady. And that might be a way of getting him to notice her. How do you get a guy to notice you, right? So in today's day and age, it would be pretty awkward to drop your handkerchief. Most women probably don't even carry handkerchiefs, but dropping something might not be a bad idea though. If you can do it slyly, which anyway, that's not like my best advice, but could be something you could do. Now, anyway, there are subtle things that you can do. Now, I'm not an expert at like attraction or anything like that. I'm just coming from a totally, sincere and regular like place because I'm a really regular person. Like I'm not like particularly, I don't know, like into like how to attract guys and whatever. But I'll just give you, my 2 cents on the matter. So what I told the person is that if you like a person, try to find opportunities to be around them as much as possible. So like be in like the same space as them. If you know that they go to Bible study on Wednesdays, go to Bible study on Wednesdays. Like if you know that they're going to be at this event and you want them to notice you, like if you have the opportunity, go to the event, So just be in the same space as them. And another obvious thing is show yourself friendly, show yourself kind, polite, warm. When you see him, greet him, smile, That's just great to do in general, but I think that will, leave a good impression on the person. I also think that if you have the opportunity and when you have the opportunity to engage him in conversation, ask questions about him, like show an interest in him as a person. I feel like that's always a good thing to do. Don't make things about yourself. Rather show a genuine curiosity and interest in a person. And I think that usually leaves people feeling good about a conversation, feeling like, wow, like this person asked me questions that maybe nobody's asked me in a while or whatever the case. So that could leave a good impression on him. Lastly, I feel like it's just be yourself. Yes, put your best foot forward, but at the same time, like just be natural too. Like just be yourself. Let the best parts of you shine. Like people say, like, you show your representative shows up first or whatever, like in a sense that has a level of truth to it, but you don't have to like go above and beyond and do something that's not natural to you. If you're not a person who wears makeup, you don't have to start wearing makeup. If you're not a person who like wears high heels, like you don't have to all of a sudden start wearing high heels to like look like other girls that you think are attractive or try to make yourself into something that you think he would be attracted to. I think if the subtle hints that you're giving are, if he's not receptive to that, or if he's not responding, let me say, then he may just not be interested in you, and that's totally fine. The other possibility is that he is interested in you, but he's just extremely shy. He just lacks courage. I will say if that's the case, you would want to definitely keep that in mind, because if he's lacking courage in this area, it could be the case that he lacks courage and assertiveness in other areas of his life as well. And that's just something to pay attention to. It doesn't have to be a deal breaker or anything, but it's just something to notice. And then for you to decide, like, Like, is this the kind of person that I would want to be with, that I have to like put myself out there so much to get his attention? So be prayerful about that. Like I said, that doesn't have to be a deal breaker. If you feel like you'd still like to try harder, you can still be even more assertive than like the tips that I gave. But I would just say try those things first and just kind of like show yourself as open, available, friendly without not being yourself, like without being over the top, and just see how that goes, and then go from there. So I think that if he's attracted to you, he's attracted to you. There's no extra things you're going to have to do. And if he's not, then he's just not. And that's okay. Some people are attracted to some people and not other people and so forth. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, that actually, let me plug a podcast episode that we're probably going to have coming up soon. We're planning to talk about attraction and beauty and how important that is to a marriage. Yes. So that's an upcoming podcast episode that we are going to have. But just know that the most important beauty that you can display is your inward beauty. The Bible says that for a woman, that the incorruptible beauty of a woman is her gentle and quiet spirit. And the Bible says that a woman should adorn herself with good works. So I think focus on your inward person, right? And let that shine. And like I said, the Lord will do the rest. Whatever is meant to be will be. So hope that is helpful to more people than just the person who asked the question. She's already responded and let me know that was helpful, but maybe that will help somebody else watching as well, which is why I shared it out to the public. So God bless you guys.